foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon.
Yeah, these guys are not taking heed how they build that temple, that spiritual temple.
For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahushua.
That's right. Now, let's go from here to Haggai, the first chapter and the first verse.
Haggai chapter 1 verse 1. In the second year of Darius the king, in the 6th month, in the first day of the month, came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet unto Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua the son of Josedech, the high priest, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, This people say the time is not come, the time that the Lord's house should be built. Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying, Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste? Now therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, Consider your ways. You have sown much and bring in little. You eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but you are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. Thus saith,
because part of this the spiritual building that we're doing, we need finances too. Because all you cats out there that claim you're down with GMS, you're supposed to be sending your tights. All right? We know that there's hard times, and some of you don't have jobs. That's understandable. But the ones of you that have that money, you're supposed to send your tights, man. And a lot of you are getting curses, man. A lot of you, your money is not going where it's supposed to go. It's like you got a bag of money with holes in the bag, and the money falling out. So the scriptures say in the Ecclesiastes that wisdom is a defense, money is a defense, and wisdom is a defense. All right, because that's part of the building. All right. Money answereth all things. Yep. I read that again from the top.
It says, In the second year of Darius the king, in the 6th month, in the first day of the month, came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet unto Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua the son of Josedech, the high priest, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, This people say the time is not come, the time that the Lord's house should be built.
The majority of our people, the Israelites, when you tell them about the end of the world, you know, when the U.S. goes into Iran and Russia going to get involved and they push the chip, that's when we know that we're at the end. These are like the last few prophecies. Well, you got Jake that's saying, well, you don't know. See, my grandma told me that when she was a kid, they said that in the world. That's what a lot of our people are saying. That they have a nonchalant attitude about this truth. So what's going to happen eventually? The Most High is going to open up on our people and destroy them. Now, when he starts opening up on our people and destroy them, if your mama's involved in that, she's going to get destroyed too. Don't be concerned about your mother. If your mother accept that chip, guess what? She's going to be destroyed. If your sister, if your wife, there's going to be a time where you ain't going to have no woman. Your woman going to separate from you because you're going to have to, what you've been teaching about, talking about, and thinking about, reality is going to hit you in the face. And you're going to think that your woman's down with you, and she's going to show a whole new side of herself. Okay? So we're coming down to the wire. So if you think this is entertainment, man, you got another thing coming. The Most High going to show you what this thing is really all about. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto them that draw iniquity with cords of vanity, and sin as it were with a cart rope, that say, Let him make speed, and hasten his work, that we may see it. And let the counsel of the Holy One of Israel draw nigh, and come, that we may know it.
In other words, you know, Jake want things to happen, but they don't want to put their hand to the plow, so to speak. All right? Now let's go from there to Haggai, the 2nd chapter and the 1st verse. We might jump back to Haggai, the 1st chapter, if there's more meat in that. But we're going to Haggai, the 2nd chapter and the 1st verse on down.
Haggai chapter 2, verse 1. In the 7th month, in the 21st day of the month, came the word of the Lord by the prophet Haggai, saying, Speak now to Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua, the son of Josedek, the high priest, and to the residue of the people, saying, Who is left among you that saw this house in her first glory? And how do you see it now? Is it not in your eyes in comparison of that of it as nothing? Yet now be strong, O Zerubbabel, saith the Lord, and be strong, O Joshua, son of Josedek, the high priest, and be strong, all ye people of the land, saith the Lord, and work, for I am with you, saith the Lord of hosts. According to the word that I covenanted with you when you came out of Egypt, so my spirit remaineth among you, fear ye not. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yet once is a little while, and I will shake the heavens, and the earth, and the sea, and the dry land. And I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come. And I will fill this house with glory, saith the Lord of hosts.
Yeah, the glory, that house is a spiritual house, which is Israel. The glory is the Most High going to magnify us as a nation. He's getting ready to do that. Go ahead.
The silver is mine, and the gold is mine, saith the Lord of hosts. The glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former, saith the Lord of hosts. And in this place will I give peace, saith the Lord of hosts. In the 24th day of the 9th month, in the 2nd year of Darius, came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Ask now the priest concerning the law, saying, If one bear holy flesh in the skirt of his garment, and with his skirt do touch bread, or pottage, or wine, or oil, or any meat, shall it be holy? And the priest answered and said, No. Then said Haggai, If one that is unclean by a dead body touch any of these, shall it be unclean? And the priest answered and said, It shall be unclean. Then answered Haggai and said, So is this people, and so is this nation before me.
Yeah, that nation is the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord, and so is every work of their hands, and that which they offer there is unclean. And now I pray you consider from this day and upward, from before a stone was laid upon the ground in the temple of the Lord, since those days were when one came to an heap of 20 measures, there were but 10. When one came to the press fat for to draw out 50 vessels out of the press, there were but 20. I smote you with blastings and with mildew and with hail and all the labors of your hands. Yet you turn not to me, saith the Lord. Consider now from this day and upward, from the 24th day of the 9th month, even from the day that the foundation of the Lord's temple was laid, consider it. Is the seed yet in the barn? Yea, as yet the vine and the fig tree and the pomegranate and the olive tree hath not brought forth. From this day will I bless you. And again the word of the Lord came unto Haggai in the 24th day of the month, saying, Speak to Zerubbabel, governor of Judah, saying, I will shake the heavens and the earth, and I will overthrow the throne of kingdoms. And I will...
That's the society getting ready to go down. So that's not talking about back then so much as it's talking about right now. So Zerubbabel is going to be magnified. And we told you who Zerubbabel was in the reincarnation. All right, go ahead. What verse you in? 22. How many more verses you got for the end? 1. All right, good. Go ahead. It
says, and I will overthrow the throne of kingdoms and kingdoms.
So Babylon the Great, America's going to be destroyed, in that thermonuclear war. And all these systems are going to topple, and then we're going to go around and we're going to put people in slavery. This is actually going to happen, whether you believe it or not. Go ahead.
It says, and I will destroy the strength of the kingdoms of the heathen.
We got to start reading that on the street. And I will destroy the strength of the kingdoms of the heathen. So it's not just talking about Esau. It's talking about the rest of these nations that we know. And we know all these nations, they don't even know who the hell they are. Esau doesn't know who he is. We got to tell this devil who he is. Go ahead.
And I will overthrow the chariots and those that ride in them, and the horses and their riders shall...
That's their planes, that's their cars, that's their military might. You know, that's their military power. Go ahead.
And the horses and their riders shall come down every one by the sword of his brother. And that day, saith the Lord of hosts, will I take thee, O Zerubbabel, my servant, the son of Shealtiel, saith the Lord, and I will make thee as a signet. For I have chosen thee, saith the Lord of hosts.
Now go to Zechariah, the 4th chapter, and the 1st verse.
Zechariah chapter 4, verse 1. And the angel that talked.
And Zerubbabel is also Peter. All right? He came back that order.